thank everyone for coming out and supporting us today. I'm always nervous when I come up here, but every time Sister Donna come up and give her talk first, it always gives me a little ease, joyfulness. But last year I gave a speech. This year I kind of wanted to change it. For like 2 days straight, I was trying to think of what I was going to say, how I was going to say it, and everything, but it just seemed like I couldn't come up with a staged thing to say. So I decided to just talk, so you might hear some stuttering or whatever, but it's coming from the heart. I've been at Precious Blood Center for about 4 years now, and just my experience there changed me as a person. I said this once before, coming to the Precious Blood Center, I did not know what restorative justice was, how it worked, anything. But through the Precious Blood and learning and joining circles every week, I learned that restorative justice is, like Father Kelly say, hospitality, welcoming people from the neighborhood, putting neighbor back in the hood, bringing everybody together, and being that support system to not only the youth, but just the younger generation in general. If it wasn't for the Precious Blood Center, I believe that I probably wouldn't be in school at the moment. I wouldn't have a job because growing up, I applied for all types of jobs and never got a job, never even received a call back. So, you know, through the Precious Blood and their open arms and, you know, hospitality, it brought me peace, and it gave me a job and helped me to help my family financially and emotionally. Me and Lamont always talked about like not being alone. I mean, like how we not alone in the world, and like through the Precious Blood, it shows us that we really not alone. And all you guys here today showed us that we're not alone in the struggle of the neighborhood and all the things that we go through. Lamont, we always say how like it feels much better for you to know that somebody's going through the same thing that you're going through, like just to hear it from someone that they going through the same thing that you're going through, gives you that peace of mind. Like we had situations we talked about some things, and you know, and at first I was upset and I was mad and angry about the situation that I was in. But after hearing Lamont went through the same thing, it made me able to laugh about it. We laughed about it together. And just knowing that we're not alone is a big part in us being successful in life right now today. Father Kelly asked me to do a reflection on the, Jesus carries his cross and falls when he falls the first time. And when he first told me that, I didn't know, I didn't know what I was gonna write. I ain't know nothing about the Bible, but not much. You know, I knew what I learned from the center and, you know, going to church with Father Denny a few times, but I didn't know much. And one day he just walked up. I told him I didn't know nothing, so he walked up with a big Bible. And was like, here you go, read this. Man. I don't know if I ever would have picked up a Bible on my own, but I mean, I think it was a good experience for me. You know, I learned a lot, and through that, I wrote my reflection, and I just wanted to read that today for the people that probably didn't get a chance to read it or even hear about it yet. First, I started off with my own personal story of my life and how I went through struggles throughout the neighborhood and overcame them. I was born and raised in the back of the yards in Inglewood neighborhood on the south side of Chicago. Poverty isn't something we talk about much because everybody's poor. Living in a poverty-stricken neighborhood means you don't have the advantages that most people take for granted. A parent and a home, plenty of food and enough clothing, and people you can turn to when you need help. It can make a person feel like there's nothing out here but failure. It isn't just that there is no money. It is that you feel like you are alone in the world, like you're invisible. You just deal with your problems however you can. People wonder why we give up so easily. why we can't get a job or be financially stable. It is hard to think about the future when you don't have enough to make it to tomorrow. There are days in which the stress and struggles that we face can build up and you just collapse under the weight of it all. People fold under pressure. I know I can never say this word. I know the statistics. I know how many African American males end up in the prison system. I know that many people look at us like we're going to do something wrong, steal or rob. They label you as a bad or dangerous person. But I am not going to be one of those statistics. I am not going to give up, and if I fall, I'm going to get up and continue on my journey. And this is the reflection I compared, well, yeah, not compared, but I put together with Jesus following the way to the cross. I sometimes wonder how some people who came from the same environment as me can keep pushing forward. I think what keeps them going is their will and their belief that in the end, you are not alone. Jesus, after being condemned to death and having the weight of the cross on his shoulders, didn't give up. No matter how much he struggled to carry that cross, no matter how many times he fell to the ground, he got up and pushed forward. The power of faith is that you are not alone. Even under the weight of the cross, after being deserted by his friends, after the crowds left him, he knew that he was not alone. I don't have that kind of faith, but I am trying. I know that in the end, I am not alone. I just got to remember that more often. I got to remember that God is with me, especially when things are tough. So to end this off, I just want to once again thank everybody for coming out and supporting us and showing us that we are not alone.
Bill's an important part of our community. He's an important part of our center. Keeps all of us straight and motivated. And just invite him to say a few words.
I can take this out?
Yeah.
How everybody doing? My name's Montgomery. I guess everything was really said about the precious blood, so like I'm just going to talk from my heart. Before I got to the precious blood, I was a lonesome child. I really didn't look up to nothing. Like I really didn't see a future in my. I really didn't see nothing in my future. I lived day by day, waiting for God to come get me. But when I had got in trouble and got sent to precious blood center, I learned it was way more to life. As far as my brothers and sisters, my mother, my cousins, like precious blood opened my eyes to ways like a lot more. I came from nothing to something. Not I came from nothing to something. Like my pride, it grew stronger due to the people that influenced me. As far as Father Kelly, Father Daniel, Sister Donna, Sister Carolyn, Sister Diana, Father Mike, everybody. And the precious blood changed me because when I was young, I was really selfish. Like I was selfish to my brothers, my sister. I never really cared like as a brother should. But when I made it to Father Kelly, he showed me like life gonna go on. People, it's help we really need it. But don't use everything for granted. Like don't take nothing you really don't need. It's basically what I'm trying to say. Is like precious blood taught me so much more. Now I'm going to school, staying on a straight path. I know it's a future for me. I know it's something in my life that God put me on this earth for a reason. So I'm gonna live up to what He put me on this earth for. And being in this room today with all these wonderful, great people, seeing beautiful faces, and feeling the great spirit that's in this room, I know I'm gonna be something. I know I'm gonna achieve, because my background may look bad, may look like I won't be able to make it, but what's in front of me, what holds me, is what's gonna make me stronger and be a better man in the future. So thanks to the precious blood, I look up to everybody in this room. Would like to be a part of everybody in this room. Would love to have love from everybody in this room. And would love to give back to everybody in this room. So one day when I get older, my dream is to be another Father Kelly.